Various methods are available in Revit to select objects. One primary method is using the Modify tool, which is located here. When selected, simply left-click on any object to choose and modify it. To be in the selection mode, it's not necessary to select this command every time. Because it is Revit default tool, by pressing the keyboard escape key once or at most twice, we can get back to the selection mode. To add an object to the selected objects, hold down the Control key and click over them. To remove an object from your selection, hold down the Shift key and click over them. If you want to have a bunch of objects selected in one go, click outside of the objects and drag to the left. This way, any object hitting the selection box will be added to the selection. Please note that this box is dashed in this mode. The other way is to click and drag to the right. This way, only the objects that reside entirely within the box will be selected. In this mode, the box is shown as solid. There's a nice feature in Revit that enables us to select all objects of the same type in one go. To test this option, let's open up a 3D view and use the shortcut WT to see the floor plan and the 3D view next to each other. Then, use the shortcut ZF in each view to zoom the entire model to fit the drawing area. To use the command, choose one object, like this window, right-click, and then select all instances visible in view. This way, we have chosen objects of the same type that are visible in our current view, level 0. You can see in the 3D view that upper-level windows are not selected. Also, windows of other types on level 0 remained unselected. Having the same object selected, choosing Select All Instances in the entire project would select all objects of the same type across the project, even if they are located on other levels. Select a window on level 0, right-click, and choose Select All Instances in the entire project. You can now see in the 3D view that all the windows of that type in the entire project, even those not located on level 0, are selected. If you're finding this video helpful, check out RevitGamers.com. Our courses go beyond the basics, bringing Revit to life with hundreds of dynamic visuals and animations that make complex concepts feel easy. This unique training approach is designed to speed up your learning and make BEAM adoption smoother than ever. Every day, more students and companies are joining Revit Gamers Club to elevate their Revit skills. Don't miss out. Head to RevitGamers.com and see how Revit training can be fun, visual, and incredibly effective. You remember that we talked about categories and said that all the objects in Revit belong to their associated categories. But what if we want to filter all the objects of a selection based on their categories? Then, we need to use any of the selection methods that I just explained to select a bunch of objects, ensuring that our intended objects are in that selection. And then, up in the Modify tab, select the Filter tool. Inside the Filter window on the left, we can see a list of the categories to which all the selected objects belong. By clicking over Check None, we can uncheck all the categories, and by clicking over Check All, we can have all of them selected. But I only want to keep the doors and windows chosen in this example. So, having all the items unchecked, but the doors and windows, we can click over OK. Now, only the doors and windows inside our selection remain selected. We can use the Tab key on the keyboard to select a chain of objects. Let's have a look at these walls. First, hover over one of the walls in the chain so it is highlighted. We are not going to click yet. Then, press the Tab key several times until all the walls in the chain are highlighted. Now, left-click to select the entire chain. The Tab key also does something that is handy to know about it. For objects that are stacked on each other and we want to pick the one at the bottom, we can use the Tab key to cycle among those objects. In this example, I have a floor, stair, wall, and window on this side of the building and need to select the floor. But it is located below other objects, and by hovering over its edge, other objects get highlighted. But if I press the Tab key several times, then I can cycle through them. Please note that by getting any of the objects highlighted, a tooltip gives us a brief description of the highlighted object. It's a great idea to read the tooltip first, and if it matches our intended object, left-click it and select it. In this example, after I see the floor tooltip, I can click to select it.